on Twitch. Much appreciated. Ethan, good luck for the race tonight. Both doing well, Davida. How are you doing? Have you got any exams coming up, or are you in the middle of doing them?
Strange. It's not working.
Oh, is it not? Right. Okay. Don't worry about it. Pierre Cousin, P34. We then have Molands, P33 in the McLaren. Mr. Stanek in the Beach Dean Aston Martin. We've got Everard in the 451 McLaren. I'm going to run out of time. 9 quarter in the 296, who has a 5-second penalty. We have the beautiful coloured Aston Martin of Powell and Ferreira down in P28. We've got Bass in the beautiful Porsche. And then we've got a couple of McLarens. We've got the DMF crew for the McLarens, which is Casa Santa. Wow, that was easy to say.
That was bullshit.
Bortolami in P25. We've then got Davida, you're going to have to teach me Italian. And I can't even find him in the thing. Baioccio. Can, I can say that one. Luigi in 22nd. We've got Greco P21, Hussein P20, Morton Evans in P19. We've then got Ethan Davis in P18. Cortini is in P17. Loroca in
P16. From 15.
We've got, on you go.
Emre Ozduru, that is the Turkish flag there, the Turkish driver. I think he's only one of the Turkish driver on the grids. That's number 343, one of the rookie drivers. Then we've got Paul Mancunian, the British in Team Parker Racing. He's running the Bentley tonight. But ahead of him in P number 13, that's Mehdi Sakot, Matt Sadok, I think that is, in the Lamborghini 299. He is on the amateur. It's Matt Porcani, followed by Roy Reina. He is the Hungarian driver, followed then, we're getting into the top 10 now. It's Mitch Stratton, 419, followed by Costa Van Hoff, who is, as you can tell, sort of from the last name, very Dutch indeed. P8 is Nikolay Horkov, number 100. He is the rookie driver. P7 is Jasper Wiesenberg. Wiesenberg looking strong in qualifying. Let's see how he'll do today. Josh Wood is P6, followed by Milan Schruer. Jack Vetke. Third position is Gabriel Schmidt. Second is Martin Varga. And P1 on pole position here. It's the amateur driver, Raf Vishnen, the Hungarian, the Dutch.
Beautiful, beautifully done. You've got a fan on Twitch. I think it's Epic Hollywood or Epic Hollywood.
Yeah,
so he wants a Through Goes Hamilton.
Okay. You want me to?
Well, that's what he wants, you know.
Through Goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
Beautiful. Yeah, I felt
that's
like
what you'll
was
get
there.
now, Ollie. If you tune in, you may get it later. We'll see with the racing.
Indeed, and we have got them lined up. Now, P1 has 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a long time here. So let me go into...
I saw that, and I think that's the Sadok back there. That's
P13.
Mehdi Sadok. He's P13. 5-second penalty. What was that for?
So
was that for rolling off the grids too early, or?
I just sent you a link to the penalty outcomes on Discord. And we're off. I start from the Porsche. Varga has absolutely caught Vignon sleeping as he tries to go around outside. Side by side, it looks like Vignon is going to have this for turn 2. Oh, does he now? Does he? BMW coming back, but definitely not going to try and take each other out as we start.
The Schmidt here as well, third position. That McLaren is looking very feisty indeed. And it's definitely just going to be a bit of snatching the front end as Vetke makes his way up into P3. Varga meanwhile still leads. And it's looking to be a very close grid so far. Vishnen is still in second though.
Two cars trying to go side by side through. That does not work in these chicanes at all. You need to be pinpoint accurate, like threading a needle at 100 miles per hour. but the McLaren makes it work as we're following through Schmidt down in the battles at the moment. But let's see what happens. Black Angel, thank you very much for the follow, and Rose Gaming as well. Thank you very much for that. I'm confused with what's going on in the chat. Anyway, back to the racing. What a start from Varga.
Honestly, Varga absolutely, immediately as soon as that green flag dropped, he was on it and he knew what he was doing. He's got that gap now to Vizhnen, and he's looking on good form, and he's started to pull a bit of a gap to that BMW.
Yep.
The McLaren is looking a bit feisty of Vetke, but Schroer is all over the back of him. It's a train so far. Oh, as we see Wiesenberg going a bit wide there into turn 1. Schmidt looking to take that there. Very close contact. Almost it anyway. Looked like it for a split second, but they managed to keep it clean. Almost going to be 3 wide. Horkoff's looking to see who he can pick off. Schmidt is going around the outsides. Can he take the move?
What a brave move from Schmidt. I would
Wow.
never have done that outside of the corner.
He kept it in. He's got the inside now for the chicane as well. And he gets the move done. That was a lovely move by Gabriel Schmidt, the German driver, number 5.
Yep, and I actually voted him driver of the day last week. Talking about driver of the day, get your votes in, exclamation vote, space, and then the car number. So exclamation vote, space 5. If you're Schmidt, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, those are the only 2 voting. You only get 1 vote per channel, but if you have 2 accounts, you've got one on Twitch, one on YouTube, you can vote on each platform. Managed to do that. So the penalty is 5 seconds for car 807 for impeding blocking, 5 seconds for car 299 for minor contact, 5 seconds for car 91 for impeding blocking, and 10 seconds for car 211 for overtaking during qualifying.
Right, that's just silly little rookie mistakes there. But I mean, I guess it is Rookie Wednesdays, so well, it's bound to happen.
I think it's to prove a point. I think you know these rules are written down and explained during driver briefing in the first race, so there's really no excuse for it. Oh, Mr. Pocket has just taken P9. Matt Corney has passed the Lamborghini 419.
I didn't see where he did that, but it must have been a good move if he made it before that right-hander.
Yep, he absolutely did. He made it stick, so great drive. And of course, BMW is very, very good at riding the curbs in any track, so Matt has got himself up into the top 10 as we speak. Yeah,
Milan Schroer in that top 4 pack now is just starting to drift away from Schmidt and the rest of the field. It seems that Ferrari is all over the back of McLaren. I think it's just a amount of time before he overtakes Vetke. It's looking to be really close between them. But then again though, Vizhnen in that BMW, it's all over the back of that Porsche.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got an amazing drive out onto the start finish, but that Porsche just enough torque to keep it ahead enough going into turn 1, unless there's some crazy dive, but I don't think either driver are likely to be accused of that.
No, well, it's a 2.5 second gap now from Schmidt to Schroer, and it is looking to increase by the lap. We saw it in qualifying, you know. Vetke was one of the faster drivers, and so was that top 4. I mean, Varga is absolutely on it today from practice into quali, and you know he's definitely looking to be potentially the winner for today.
Absolutely. I'm just watching battle down in P14. We've got Mank, who has just been passed by Morton Evans for P14. Looks like Mank's got a McLaren, a very red, angry McLaren, on his back bumper again. Mank trying to take things easily so they don't take each other out, but I think he's going to compromise himself for that P15 position he's now got.
Yes, it's quite. I'm just trying to see if there's any action at the back. Doesn't seem to be too much. I think I just saw Paul Mancunian, the Brit, 808 in that Bentley. I think he just took P15 from Emre Ozduru, that Turkish driver. We saw him, we spoke briefly about him on the warm-up lap. He's the only, as far as I'm aware, the only one from Turkey on the grid, and he's making a stand here for the rookies in P16.
We're on board with Abassi Hussein at the moment, who is in the Mustang, versus Bortolami, who is in the McLaren at the moment. The McLaren looks like it's able just to keep ahead of that Mustang enough that it's not going to cause an issue, but it does look like, as Rio said earlier, he might be another victim soon. But that Mustang doesn't seem this track is favoured for the Mustang. Oh, but lots of oversteer, as there was a bit too much of curbs taken by Bortolami there, as he's just on the edge of grip every corner at the moment.
Martin Barger has now gotten into the 28s. He's just done a 28.7 Visionen behind him in P2, all over the bumper there, that BMW. He hasn't gotten to the 28 yet, but he's narrowly 0.2 over. Vetke has now gotten a bit of a gap to catch up to Visionen. Vetke is in the middle of a Visionen and Schmidt sandwich, and it's basically lots of air. It's almost like a McDonald's. You think there's a lot. Oh, it's Visionen, looks for the move, decides not to go in. I thought he was going to go in there. He even tricked me.
I was just watching a replay. Schroer basically tumbled down to P14 after getting the first chicane all kinds of wrong. But you're absolutely right, that BMW looks hungry to get back to where it thought it should be, maybe. But I mean, that Porsche is going to be a bit of a handful, and don't forget, we do have one mandatory pit stop. We do have a 10-minute pit window, and it's mandatory for fuel and tyres. So
we do going... Schmidt, he's just done another 28.7. That was his last lap, and that's the fastest lap of the race so far. That is a brilliant lap so far.
That's amazing, and race outfit as well. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Just looking at, they're side by side as they're coming down heavy on the brakes, tentatively into the
almost make contact there into the chicane. Visionen is all over the back, and he's definitely hungry for first place to lead the race there. Now we're forgetting though, yes, it is the whole race, but they're in separate categories. Visionen for the amateur, as far as I'm aware, I may be wrong, this is the first one here, but Visionen is leading the amateur race here. So it's basically who wants to win the overall event and leads the pack. So at the minute, Visionen is sort of fighting for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just kind of crowing rights, I think they would say in the UK, for it, but the Porsche just seems to be able to get it just so quickly off the mark. And obviously, as the fuel goes down, it's going to become a little bit more understeer, but it certainly looks at the moment Varga is not really breaking too much sweat as they're following each person round. Vignon obviously has that 10-second penalty, so he would need to try and get 10 seconds ahead of Varga for the pit stop to count as normal.
10 seconds in this type of racing is it's a very big thing to ask. He's going to have to be absolutely on it, and I think he's going to have to be... Oh, but Visionen looks for the move. Coming into the chicane. Decides to tuck in once more. He just can't get alongside that Porsche. It seems that Porsche's got just the straight line advantage on the BMW.
And that was the last lap. That was the exact same place that he had a look. So I wonder if he can see a chink in Varga's armour and thinks he can just try and manipulate it in any way that he can.
Eventually, we see back there in P4, Schmidt has slightly caught up to Wiesenberg. The gap is still there, and he's nowhere near making a move. But I think in a couple more laps, if Schmidt carries on with his fast lap pace with the 28s, he'll be on it. I mean, his last lap there was a 28.8. That was the fastest lap of the... No, it wasn't. It was his fastest lap so far, though. There's a 29.1 there by Schmidt.
We've got a Lamborghini fighting with a BMW. They were side by side coming into the last chicane.
That's Renier looking for the inside now of Moret and Evans. Doesn't get it though. It's hook in once more. Looks for
all-
the outside. Can he go around the outside? No, he can't.
He's also got a very hungry Bentley in the shape of Mank behind him, so he'll need to watch what he does. Any mistake he makes could cost him 2 or 3 positions. La Rocca into the pits for the DMF racing team. Unfortunately, that's not going to count towards his pit stop. However, it's obviously damage that he needs to get repaired. Again,
So can you explain to the viewers out there why it won't count towards his pit stop?
was that contact? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Like the BMW
Arenia.
wasn't slowing as much as the...
I thought so as well.
Yeah, that force basically became some kind of break for him. So mandatory pit stop, it will start 5 minutes before the halfway and continue until 5 minutes into the second part of the race. They do need to stop for tyres and fuel. Vinian will be 10 seconds up on the jacks without anyone touching him before his crew can actually get anything done.
Oh my, wow. Vetka takes the fastest lap. That's a 1:28.6.
What is going on? What is
Wow,
going on?
why? It's as if he got the lap that he should have had in qualifying, and he's done it here in the race.
That is
That's
amazing.
a absolutely stormer of a lap, and we're not even 10 minutes in.
I know.
This is wow. This is something. This is definitely going to be a race to remember, I think.
Absolutely. So that has what three drivers already swapping with the fastest lap. So clearly on the march.
The top 4 drivers are already in the 28, and they're doing it consistently. I mean, Schmidt has just done a 1:28.6. That was his last lap. Vetka has done a 1:28.6. Vizhnen last lap was a 1:28.8, and so was Vargo with the 0.8. You know what? I don't want to use my commentator curse here,
No.
but I have a feeling like Vetka and Schmidt may catch up to Vizhnen and Varga.
I
It's-
think, yeah.
Potentially, if they keep on with this pace. I mean, you know, it's only... Oh, as I say that, Vizhnen does a 1:29.6.
Ooh, and he's... That's,
So yeah, that is not a great lap by him there. But I mean, I say it's not a great lap. It's faster than I could do, isn't it?
and that's why we commentate.
Yes, that is why we commentate for sure.
I've got...
So we can critique the driving and sit in our comfy seats.
Exactly. There's a raft of penalties as we'll keep watching Vinian and Vetka as they go through the chicane. 10 seconds for car number 1 for a push to pass. We've got 5 seconds for car 55, which is dangerous driving. 5 seconds for car 23, push to pass, and like so for car treble 1 with 5 seconds. 10 seconds for car 23 for significant contact position gained, and another 10 seconds for car 23 for significant contact position gained. 5 seconds for car 69 moving under braking slight contact. 5 seconds for car 17 push to pass. 10 seconds for car 29 unsafe rejoin. 5 seconds for car 23 not holding brakes, and 5 seconds for car 95 push to pass.
Wow, that is almost banger racing with all those contacts. That is something to hear. I mean, these guys definitely are using their bumpers, and hey, I mean, it's not getting them anywhere, and that shows it to everyone. Like, you know, you've got to race as much as you want to get past. You need to pick that time, and you need to get it done as clean as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And the key to any race, regardless of the length of time of the race, is consistency. At the end of the day, you need to be consistent and predictable, so that you don't put yourself into the position where you're invalid laps, or you're going to get strikes for cutting the track, etc. As we see a move further down, Aston Martin of Stanek taking off that McLaren, but it's not finished yet. Stanek now going defensive. McLaren all over the back bumper, flashing lights and everything, but not going for a look into the final chicane.
I also just highlight that Vetka has caught up to Vizhnen. He's in almost touching distance, and he's starting to see the rear bumper of that BMW. Schmidt has still got the gap back there, but Vedke, he's doing consistent 28s. Schmidt is doing consistent 29s. So is Vizhnen though. Vizhnen is doing consistent low 29s as well. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to curse it, but I have a feeling, and my feeling is that it's going to rumble. There's a rumble coming.
There is, absolutely is. And Vinian, although he's been the aggressor for the start of this race, he's now going to be the hunted. He's going to have to keep an eye on his mirrors as well as try to attack at the same time, and that's not an easy job for anyone.
Especially since they're both in the same class. I mean, Varga seems pretty chillaxed at the minute. I mean, you know, his next competitor is Van Hoff down in P8. That is, he's, I mean, what's the gap there to him?
Different postcode?
It's, yeah, like, he's gone. Varga's gone. Varga, I think, in my opinion, Varga could be running those silver plates.
And I do have
like,
to say,
the performance he's had is just crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Schroer, who unfortunately was victim to the curbs of death, has managed to bring himself back to P12 so far.
Wow.
So he's doing an outstanding job, but definitely the last race in Laguna, I called Gabriel Schmidt for driver of the day. He just drove out of his skin, and you can now see this is going to be a four-way battle soon. Schmidt isn't that far behind. If the Porsche ends up being I just seen the tail end. Oh,
Vizhnen.
Oh, let's have a look at that again. That was horrible. Horrible. I don't know what.
Oh, what even happened to him there?
He took too much curb in the back end of the BMW. Didn't appreciate it.
Flippin' heck.
Well done for saving that.
That was very impressive.
He's now in the back bumper.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that's a harsh lesson to learn in the middle of a 1 hour race, but maybe that's going to play into his advantage a little bit, Rio. Maybe he can now put pressure on the McLaren, who's going to have to attack and defend at the same time.
Well, that's the thing as well. I mean, Vedke took advantage of there. He obviously got the move done and got past him there, but Vizhnen, he just needs to get his head down, I think. You know, he lost the position because of that silly little mistake, and Gabriel, he's managed to catch up a bit now to the train of cars, but here they go. Never mind. That was my eyes bugging there. I thought Vizhnen was making a move on him. No, yeah, so the top four drivers here, Gabriel Schmidt, they're all in the 128.6s, and they're doing consistent low 29s. I mean, jeez, Gabriel Schmidt's last lap there was a 128.8.
Yep.
That is stupidly fast stuff.
And it is, and we now see they've caught up with the, I would call that the black markers. So this could play into the hands very nicely.
Philip Powell is about to get lapped there, or he'll get shown the blue flag.
And we the rule here at TOGA is 0.4 of a second or less, you get shown a blue flag. When it's safe to do so, move out the way or indicate and tell the car behind you is faster what direction you're going.
Blue flag has been shown for the Rocker.
Yep, he's not going to get him here though. This is not helping Varga.
No, really not helping Varga.
Now he moves
there
out.
you go, the Rocker lets him pass.
Now I think Vett is going to get caught up now because they're coming into the tight part of the circuit. Might be able to get past him a little bit quicker, but he's got that BMW all over the back of the camera.
If I was Varga now, I would just be thinking, you know, we've got a couple of back markers to get through. Hopefully they hold up, you know, Vedke and Vizhnen.
Ooh, that was a last minute move there from Varga.
Very late lunge by Varga there. Going up Powell, I tensed up there. That was close.
Oh my goodness.
Were clenched, I will say.
I'm going to have to go to Helicam. Oh no, there's contact. Oh, there's multiple contact. And that is, it looks like Vinian's got past Vedke. Vedke had contact coming into the corner here. Let's have a closer look at this.
Coming in.
The Ferrari turns in on him, and then
the rocket turned in, and then Vinian went up there.
Wow. So that will be looked at by the stewards. It might be seen as a push to pass, but
the problem is it wasn't, you know, it wasn't Vinian's fault there, because he, you know, what I saw there was Vetka went in, the back marker turned in and didn't expect him there.
Yep.
A slight bit of contact, but that slight bit of contact meant that Vetka got pushed wide, and you know, Vinian just took advantage of that. And you know, if I was in Vinian's shoes and I saw one of my rivals was opening like Moses in the Red Sea, you know, I would go through that gap any day.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
it's something. Oh, Vinian took a lot of gravel there. That might have affected his exit. Varga now is just on a league of his own though.
I was just going to say, like, he's in almost a different sector of the track, and he's got a couple of back markers between him as well. So
yeah,
that's going to play into his hands.
And he's very consistent as well. He's getting these 29-second lap times. He's 28. He knows what he's doing here, and he's consuming his fuel, and he's being very wise with how he's. Oh, there's a car back there. That was the back markers into the barriers. Who was that?
The wrong way as well, by the looks of it.
That looked to be a Ferrari of some kind.
Strohr, maybe? Strohr?
It may have been Strohr.
No, he's just coming on to it's a white and black McLaren, is it?
Is it Powell? No, it wasn't.
No, it's not as Duru either.
Strange.
That is strange. That must have been one of the
blue flag just shown. Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, there's another. Is that 296 off the track now?
What is everyone doing now? It's just seeming one person goes into the barriers and
everybody follows.
Yeah, follow the leader. They're starting a trend.
Exactly. Exactly. An influencer, I think, is in this day and age. Schmidt now has a little bit of an issue as he's got oh no, that's a back marker, sorry, my eyes are playing up in there as well. Just a quick reminder.
Schmidt is right behind Vetka.
He is, yeah.
And then there's La Rocca there. I think La Rocca, there you go, being shown the blue flag. But he's not getting out of the way. Yeah. Is he? Staying there, apparently. Wow, that is
again, that will be looked at.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Straight. Oh. No. Vetka played that very cleverly there, got alongside him. She missed. Was hungry for that overtake. Wow, that was close. He did not want to waste any time losing to Vetka. But Vinian all over the back of that McLaren. That BMW has got pink on its mind.
I have to say, that was sent from another postcode. If anyone needs an example of a send,
Tonga went off then.
That was one of them. Oh.
For a second, pretty sure anyway. What I saw. Have a little look. See what happened to him.
Vinian, again, this seems to be Vinian's favourite part of the track. So the middle chicane seems to be Vinian's attack plan for most, but didn't work this time as they continue down into the hairpin right. Having another little look, maybe just trying to put off the concentration, showing that huge BMW into the mirrors.
Yeah, well, you know, no one's yet got faster than a 1:28.645. That lap is set by your leader, Varga. That's Martin Varga, the Hungarian driver. His last lap there was a 1:31.2. He's definitely slowed down. There may have been from his small mistake there going into the chicane, where he took a little bit too much grass on the exit, I think.
And I would have to say the back markers.
It is all a game now of who can get past these back markers as fast as possible.
Exactly. They're costing the top 4 or top 5 about 2 seconds a lap at the moment, considering what they were doing previously. And it's this track isn't renowned for overtaking, but I think you're going to have to be brave and do a little bit of what Schmidt did and basically
just stick bumper in and hope for the best, really.
Exactly, just send it and hope, but McLaren, back marker there, keeps out the way. Vignon not able to try another attack plan at his favourite spot this time. There's so many penalties, I'm not even going to read them out because I could be here all night just reading out the penalties. You can see them on the screen very quickly. If you're on Twitch or YouTube, exclamation vote, space, and then the car number will get you a vote for driver of the day. And if they come on, we'll let you know that they got driver of the day.
So now it's Ibrahim Abbas. Wow, I've no idea how I managed to say that.
That was smooth.
He had I know, right? Wow, that's like actually impressive. 22, all the cars from 33rd to 22nd have been lapped so far. Martin Varga is your fastest car on track at the minute. His last lap there was a 1:29.3, so even though he got held up slightly by the back market, he still set a phenomenal lap. That is Jack Vetka. He hit a 1:30.6 there, 100ths, exactly 100ths away from Varga's fastest lap. That was Vetka's fastest lap.
Oh, there's side by side. Oh, wow, Vignon last of the brave.
That was very, yeah, that was heroics there.
And that has actually cost Schmidt 2 positions.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I didn't even realise Wiesenberger's going for it.
Vignon got all kinds of wrong going into the chicane there. He's very, very fortunate to keep that.
Let's see what Wiesenberg's doing. I think he's going to go for a move soon. He's done his fastest lap is a 1:29.0, which is nowhere near. He's 4/10 behind Vignon, Vetka, and Vargas. But he's still with them. I mean, last lap he was only he was faster by them by almost a second.
We've got pit window open, and I have to say,
oh, that's
what's going on?
Vignon. That's a back marker.
It is a back marker, but he's literally forcing his way through. Oh no!
Oh my! What is happening?
Oh,
I have never seen this happen before.
This is all kinds of wrong. And this is what rookies is about. Somebody hasn't been practicing their pit entrances and has been a little bit dubious, been very, very slow. Vignon's come in and
absolutely sending it in because he's practicing like daily, I think, or weekly for sure.
So
he's got hours on this track. Into
the pits we've got Wiesenberg, Vignon, Schroer, Renier, Mancunian and Osduru. And then a pile, we've got Khan, Karecki, Casasanta, Cortini, Everard, Bass, Ferreira, Ethan Davis. I think Ethan's maybe given up. I think he's been in the pits for a while now.
Potentially.
But that has released. Now what's going to happen here? If you were behind Varga, Rio, would you go for an undercut if Varga doesn't pit this lap?
The thing is, right, is Varga is obviously one of the fastest drivers on the track now.
Yep.
If he pits, I mean, looking from his lap times, he's going to have to refuel soon. I think you can refuel. I'm using my my base racing knowledge here. So assuming you can refuel in the pits.
You can, yep. It's mandatory actually.
Okay, so there's manual and mandatory manual. Imagine that you get out of your car and run around. No, that'd be brilliant. That'd be like Le Mans. Anyway, back to talking about racing, not fueling. I can do that at any petrol station. Bocconi has made it up in second, but oh, there you go. Schmidt has taken it into the pits. I think he's trying to undercut Varga, like you said.
Yeah, I think he is. Schroer has got a drive-through. I think, is that maybe speeding the pits?
Potentially. That sounds right.
Yep, it's either that or it's track limits, but I think I'll be speeding in the pits. Schroer, I think, was into the pits anyway. We've got Josh Wood, Schmidt, Stratton and Vetka into the pits as well, so that's released Picorni. Mr. Pocket in P2. Take a bow, my son, take a bow. As we see the top three, I mean, Varga has actually got some back markers now, but I don't think he needs to sweat too much. I think he can just take it easy. He's now into the pits. Our race leader is now into the pits.
Varga going in now. See what he's doing. So Pockney will take the lead, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken.
That's if he comes around in time. And yeah, so Pockney will be leading, but I'm yet to presume that Pockney has not pitted yet, so he'll get overtaken.
Yep.
He will get overtaken. Varga is coming out of the pits now. He's timed this absolutely bang on.
Beautiful.
Van Hoff is taking it up into second position. He's now the leading car in the rookie class. The rookie class are the red background numbers. For anyone out there that do not know, the silver numbered cars are the amateur.
And if Reese, if you're watching at the moment, there's a Toga Academy car leading the race. He's out of position, but he's leading the race. Come on, Pocket. Amazing drive from Matt. We're getting some votes in now for Driver of the Day, which is amazing. This is your way of interacting with us, telling us who you think deserves Driver of the Day at the moment. Martin Varga has got 2 and Rafa Vinian has got 1, so keep your votes coming in.
Oh, so Varga's coming out of the pits now. He's just come out, but Vetka is coming around turn 1 now. It's only a corner that separates the two. What's the gap between the two there? Wonder it, just about 2 seconds, I think, between them.
Yep.
Is it? Yes, it is. For some reason it says 60. That's odd. Okay, well, we're going to ignore that, and we're going to go off the proper timing. Oh my, what is happening?
Oh my god, is the pit lane cursed or something? What is going on tonight?
They want to munch that. They just want to munch all that side. That is, I mean, it looks pretty tasty, to be fair. The paint, you know,
that's absolutely.
Maybe we should ask him when he comes back in. If we, how did it taste? I mean, look at that front on fucking the front bumper of that BMW scratched up. Oh, if that was a real car, I would be crying.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd be phoning your insurance and asking just to write it off. I think.
Now see Varga though, just slightly. He's in smelling distance. And he's probably thinking he's running a bit too rich.
Yep. And that's him. Well, yep, that's him taking back P1 for Varga, and his closest competitor 5.1 seconds behind.
Yeah. Wow. Riesenberg, that Porsche. I keep like thinking, oh, you know, because obviously I don't have the liveries downloaded, sadly. But every time I see it, every time I see the cars, I'm always thinking, oh, it's the such and such a colour one.
Yeah.
When it probably isn't, and I don't want to sound like an absolute fool.
Because it's bright pink with a little bit of green in it.
Yeah. Whereas, like, on my screen, it's like bright yellow or something, you know.
So yeah.
Varga's trying to get past Gurecki.
I know.
It's the BMW.
And can we say, like, Gurecki is a back marker?
Yes.
So something I think needs to be clarified. Blue flags in GT3, GT4 racing are not the same as Formula 1 flags. Formula 1 flags, you get 3 blue flags and you must let the car through regardless. Blue flag in this kind of racing means move over when it's safe to do so, or allow the car past when it's safe to do so. You can stay on the racing line and the other car, faster car, has to go round you, but you must make some kind of indication of what you're going to do, otherwise we end up with cars crashing into the back of them. So
Almost as if they're trying to go into the pits. Right, Vetke and Wiesenberg are looking to close that gap. I'm sure it's closing. My eyes cannot be deceiving me. But Varga is running away.
I was going to say the closest competitor was 5.1 seconds in the last lap. So, I mean, Vetke has done just under 2 seconds faster a lap in the last lap.
He's just absolutely on it, to be honest. That was his last lap there was 1:28.8.
And he's already...
Wow, that's almost half a second faster than our race leader.
He can just about see the pink Porsche. I mean, you can see the pink Porsche with space, but he can, at times in the track, I've always said this, I think when you can see part of your competitor, I think it gives you an extra 10th on track, because it just gives you that motivation that you can see them now.
Oh, for sure, definitely. And in real life as well, I mean, I know from past experiences, when you see somebody that you're trying to chase down, it's a lot easier to chase on a track. It's a lot of people think, oh yeah, once you get into the front, it's head down, go. It's actually a lot easier to see it, because the psychology behind it and the mindset you have is so much more. It helps you, and it helps sort of almost propulse you to catch up to that competitor ahead. And once you've got your eye on them, you can see where they're braking, you can see where they're accelerating, you can see their lines, and that over time, you know, helps you to catch up closer to them.
That it's almost as if Rio reads my mind. I have been saying this for about 18 months now.
18 months? You met me for 2 hours.
I know. About trying to find out what line your competitor's taking compared to yours, and where you're faster into the corner, you're faster out the corner, and things like that. You should always be analysing everything that you can to gain any kind of advantage.
Oh, for sure. I mean, racing is all about trying to get that advantage over your competitors, and it's, yeah, you know, if you didn't have that advantage on people, it wouldn't be a race. It'd just be, look, everyone going around evenly, and it's definitely, you know, some people will be faster at some sections. I mean, you saw in qualifying, one of the guys that went pole only was fastest in one of the sectors.
Yep.
It's completely different. Like, some sectors are fast flowing, which means it can suit one person's driving style, but some of them could be like Monaco, for instance, where it's very slow, and you know, it just suits other people.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It just by seeing where other people and what they do, and like you say, studying. And oh, there's a car off. I don't know what that was there. Just saw Wiesenberger went past him. If you go back there 15 seconds ish on Wiesenberg,
yep,
there was a car off the track. Briefly saw it. There we go. Couldn't see who that was, sadly. I'm sure there was definitely one, and I think there was a yellow flag maybe, I'm not too sure.
Just following around on the replay as we speak. Oh yeah, that was one of the DMF Ferraris by the looks of it.
Pretty sure it was. Yes, it was, yeah. Maybe in Cortini.
OS Racing.
Or was it Morocco?
On Twitch.
I think it was.
Good afternoon, Toga. Apologies again for being late for yet another race, though I'm here now. No apologies needed, my friend. Good to see you in the chat.
As long as we have, well, even if we don't have people, we'll still be enjoying this
exactly,
racing.
Exactly.
Every single person counts, so we do appreciate you sharpening for however long you stay.
We are watching Khan, who's in P14 at the moment, in the 95 BMW, absolutely casting a shadow on the Lamborghini, as the Lambo has to go mid-track to try and cut off any kind of move. Huge lot of oversteer on the power from the BMW, which plays into the Lambo's hands a little bit, but just not able to get past as yet, and he needs to be careful because he's got two other BMWs who will happily take that place for him.
we're having a little check on again for Varga. Last lap there was a 1:29.5 for Vedke down in second position. I say down in second. He's there and he's in. Oh, if you actually look at it, Vedke is fairly close to Varga.
So I think Varga had a back marker into the first chicane.
I think so, but as you can see there between them, who's that back marker there? That's Luigi. He potentially, Vedke just needs to get past him as fast as he can to try and catch up to Varga. Wiesenberg in that Porsche as well, also looking to catch up.
OS Racing, thanks so much for your tier 1 subscribe on Twitch. Swab's Delight, what is the minimum pit stop time? It's basically a control pit stop time, so the minimum would be 30 seconds. That gives you fuel and tyres. Wiesenberg is breathing down the neck of Vedke now. He's sensing this P2 could be his.
Eventually, I mean, the laps are showing. I mean, Wiesenberg's last lap was a 1:29.1. Vedke's last lap was a 1:29.7. That is a monumental difference in that time, 6/10.
And the
still the fastest lap it is Martin Varga.
Martin Varga. I was going to say Vedke had Varga was 1 second faster than Vedke in the last lap as well. So I wonder, they're trading times at the moment, but I wonder if the back markers are really starting to cause issues about trying to get a good run at their opponents.
I think so. I mean, it's not handy to have a human roadblock in the way. It's definitely not helping and making the times faster, but hey, we'll have to see.
That's a beautiful livery on Luca Bartolami, the red wave.
Oh, I know, right?
Poor Rio is looking at I'm like, oh no! Oh my goodness!
Oh, Varga!
Whoa, what the?
That Mustang was not rolling over.
Oh my heart!
Hey,
Stealing me!
Wow!
That was one way of taking the chicane.
Tell you what, Vedke has now gained that now. And Vedke and Wiesenberg are definitely catching up. You can see in the background though, Schmidt is also making some distance. We've still got just under 22 minutes remaining of this race. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I presume this race is, as in karting anyway, a certain time and then it's +1 lap?
No, so if the leader basically goes over just as it goes to 0, that's it finished.
Wow, okay, that's fine, yeah.
So normally it is.
Yeah, that was sneaky, very dangerous. Almost as the back marker went to the inside there, Vedke briefly followed him and then continued to snake across back to the racing line for the chicane.
Yep, just saw that in the replay there. Vedke has got a penalty, 5-second penalty.
That will change quite a lot. That'll put him down to P4.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look what specifically car 19. That was causing a collision with a slower car. I wonder if that was the pitted stops.
Essentially, that was that there.
Yeah, lap 26.
Yeah.
So 2 laps ago. Really sorry about folk on TikTok. Sorry. Trying to get so many windows open. It is PC only. We are a PC only community. If you are on PC, you have ACC or LMU or iRacing, go to our description. It's got a Discord link. Follow us on SumGrid, and you can sign up for any races. It is PC only at the moment, unfortunately. Apologies for not keeping up with the chat there.
Now, for all the viewers out there, I just want to make something very clear. When you listen to us commentate and you think, the first thing that goes into mind is these guys are a little bit odd. I mean, me to say the least, sort of, but I just want to make it clear that I have joined this server, I've been in the server for less than a week, okay? I've never I've watched one race live as a viewer. That was on Friday, I think it was. And come Wednesday, I'm a commentator for this. Opportunities do happen. You can come here if you don't even want to race. You can join the, apply to join the team. You know, we've got great training courses here, I'm sure that, and all these things happen. So even if you aren't interested in being on the track side of things, you can be behind the screens, you can be behind the marshals, and it is very interesting to see what it's like behind the scenes. Sorry, back to you.
No, not at all. Wiesenberg has basically swapped places. Wiesenberg was smelling P2, he now has it. It was a mistake from Betka on the middle chicane. It caused him to go off, and that was a big moment for Betka. He's going to have to try and fight this back, plus he's got the 5-second penalty to deal with as well. OS Racing on Twitch, happy to be here guys, update for us at OS. We're another step closer to participating, we're getting our own liveries and such set up. We've got a console section up as well, the existing PC section. Hopefully we'll be racing by the end of February, start of March. For those unaware of who we are at OS Racing, we've been brewing in the background for a couple of months now, waiting to explode on track. Can't wait to see you guys on track, cannot wait. Huge congratulations, take another step forward.
I don't know if that was a plug-in or you're reading a comment or something.
No, I was reading a comment which was a plug, so it was a kind of win-win for everybody.
Oh, there we go then. Back to the action though. We've had that there, the little ad break. Varga's last one there was 1:29.4, 4/10 faster than Wiesenberg, who's in second position. Varga is the fastest man on track still. Wiesenberg's fastest lap is a 1:28.7. He's split the difference between Vetka and Varga. It's coming down soon. You know, 17 minutes, just over 17 minutes remaining, and it's still anyone's really. More so towards Varga, he's looking to be absolutely dominant, but Wiesenberg and Vetka can still be here. I mean, what was it, Vetka, 5-second penalty. That'll put him down to 4th in the overall standings, but that'll put him down to 3rd in his category, the amateur category.
It's a hefty penalty when the racing is so close with each other. I think Vetka really is trying to push that Porsche along almost each time, and it looks like certainly Wiesenberg managed to get through the chicane a little bit better by the looks of it. Swabs is live timing available anywhere. Just on here, we don't run pit wall, I think it's called. We don't run that.
Pretty sure it is, yes.
Yeah.
Pit wall.
So this is where you're going to see the live timing. Certainly for wherever we are, so top 23 at the moment, you're going to see. But if you have someone that you're watching and you want to know where they are and they're not appearing on screen, let us know and we'll have a look for you and show you.
I'd just like to point out, yes, he's been lapped, but Stanek has made 13 positions this race.
Wow.
That is something. Wiesenberg, 5 positions. Now, that is less than Stanek, but Wiesenberg started, what, P7?
Yep.
That is, like, really good. That is amazing for the level of competition we have at the top of the grid here.
Yeah, absolutely. Davida, thank you so much for your Prime subscribe, 6 months in total over on Twitch. Very much appreciated, my friend.
Davida, what a man. Very nice.
And I have to say, Davida and one of our other drivers, Peter Romeo, was it season 6? You guys were fighting each other, cat and dog, for lap upon lap, race upon race. These guys are now so lightning quick. Season 5, apologies, just amazing drivers. So to have someone who has been here, done it, got the t-shirt, and is now competitively a lot quicker, it's just great to see that kind of love in the chat.
What's this? Got the t-shirt? I've got to hear about this.
It's just a phrase. There is no t-shirt. Well, there is a t-shirt, but it's just a Toga Racing t-shirt with BM Tech on the back. I do have one of them. and I've also got one of the
yes.
TOGA Motorsports.
I was eyeing them up today.
I have to say, and I know it is a bit of a biased opinion, but it's not a biased opinion. The quality of t-shirts is amazing. This thing has been washed so many times. It's honestly, it's been worn all the time. So,
oh my! Gabriel Schmidt takes the fastest lap. It's a 1:28.4.
what is going on? And he's
Near the end of the race as well. How is he getting faster? His lap, his pit was laps ago.
I wonder, is he getting an aerodynamic toe? He looks too far away to be getting anything.
If you get too close, you'll be getting dirty air.
Yeah, absolutely. And it must be causing chaos, but two CRF cars are absolutely on the ball. Yeah, 120.4. And let's face it, they've done 33 laps. That's... Jeez. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. Just a very quick plug as well. Thank you so much to Davide, who is part owner of VM Tech, who sponsor Ring Sports and various other things. Davide also is an amazing coach. I have had his coaching lessons, and he has taken seconds off of my time within half an hour. I am not joking. So there you go. But yeah, Wiesenberg really is a cork and bottle to steal one of Martin Brundle's quotes here. P2 could be anybody's at the moment, I think.
Well, we're seeing here Vetka taking just a small look up the inside there. Decides to switch it back in, but he's all over the back of that Porsche. And here's Schmidt as well. This is what we wanted to see. It's... Oh, Wiesenberg!
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow, that was something. Schmidt looks for the inside. Oh, and it's disaster for Wiesenberg, but absolute amazing delight here for Vetka and Schmidt. They've just taken Wiesenberg.
Can I just coin a phrase here? Porsche doing Porsche things.
Yes, Porsche doing Porsche things, exactly. But then again, Porsche doing Porsche things. Like P1.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely.
P1 and running away, may I add.
If you can tame that beast, then you are a far better man than I am. Zend on TikTok, if you join us on Discord or go into SimGrid, I think it's simgrid.com possibly. Search for
.co.uk, I'm pretty sure.
That's the one, thank you. Simgrid.co.uk, search for TOGA Motorsport. Follow us, go into any of the championships, and it'll have the Discord link. Join the Discord, and you can sign up to any of the championships that aren't already running. The rookies is so popular it gets filled up within hours. We're not talking days or weeks, hours it gets filled up. So have a look. We have loads of different races going on. It'd be great to see you in there, Zen. Thank you so much.
Here we are then. Schmidt is still the fastest man on track with that 1:28.4, an absolutely amazing lap. Martin Varga. His last lap there was a 1:29.5, with Vetka being faster with a 29.2. Good laps by those drivers here.
It's interesting, Wiesenberg is now dropping off the back of Schmidt. And these two McLaren, so it does show that Wiesenberg, and I'm not being derogatory here, but was holding them up. I was talking about the cork in the bottle, and I don't know, maybe Jasper's confidence has been knocked with that oversteer moment.
Match of oversteer there.
Yeah. But again, Porsche doing Porsche things. Yeah, I mean, like you say, P1 and P2, 129.2. Can we say to Van Hoff, who's in P7 at the moment, a 129.7? He was 2/10 off of the last lap of the leader there, and he is in P7 at the moment.
That is very good things. I have a feeling like Van Hoff may potentially, as much as I hate to say it, may potentially catch up to that TOGA Academy driver.
But he does have a 5-second penalty though, so that...
that's true, yeah.
As does Josh Wood in P5. But that's not going to to harm him in any way. Matt Corney is 13 seconds behind Josh Wood, so that's not going to make any blind bit of difference. Yeah, I mean, Vetka is throwing the laps in, but just not enough. Swab's Delight on YouTube, yeah, it's not the long corners. He basically went a bit wide into the long right-hander before the first chicane, and I think he tried to pull it off the gravel too much and ended up with a little bit of oversteer as he punched the throttle. OS Hutch on Twitch, another member of OS here. You're working with the console side. We're looking for console drivers of any skill, but a lot of work is going in at the moment. OS Hutch, can you go onto our TikTok page, onto our live, and put that comment in there, because I think there's some console drivers in our TikTok live just now. That would help us out a lot.
Benefits so many people, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Bortolami into the pits from P26. Ethan Davis hasn't moved out. I think that Jag was untamable in the Zolder.
Yeah, I agree there.
Oh no!
Who is that with? Oh, who's gone off there? Was that Baz? Was that Baz?
It looks like, yeah, Baz, I think.
Oh!
Wow, that was a Porsche on Porsche moment. Yeah. So that was unfortunate.
Just sending it up the inside there, got a bit impatient and just tagged him.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is really... That was just a bit of frustration there, I think. I wonder if that's going to result in a penalty. That will definitely change it all around.
It is, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, could Wiesenberg, I don't know, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I think, in my opinion, from what I saw, and I haven't saw the replay, I think Wiesenberg should have backed off slightly. I know he's chasing down Schmidt, but the back marker clearly was taking the racing line and wasn't going to yield. So, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I would see it. I saw it briefly there, only briefly, and then I looked back, and what I saw was, you know, Baz turning in, you know, and Wiesenberg's got impatient, like you say, trying to chase down Schmidt. We get, yes, he is trying to get that podium position there on his class for the amateurs, but it comes at a cost.
It does.
And it potentially that could pay heavy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And potentially Josh Wood could get up there.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. It's maybe a little bit of red mist descended there, and that's what happened. But he continues on. He has, you know, he's a racer at the end of the day. He'll just need to deal with whatever comes at the end. Can I say we have two drivers who have not completed a valid pit? That's Cousin down in P19 and La Roca in P22 have not completed a valid pit stop. They will get heavily punished by the game, not by the stewards. I can't remember if it's 360 seconds or something ridiculous anyway.
Wow.
In fact, Bass has now got a drive-through. That must be for track limits, I'm assuming, unless he's coming through pits and speed.
Potentially, yeah, that sounds more like it. Maybe it was when Wiesenberg went up the inside. He obviously had to go off the track.
Yep.
Got hit around. Maybe he did a risky rejoin and just triggered that drive through there with the track limits.
Yep, absolutely.
Schmidt still with the fastest lap to 28.4. His last lap there was a 29.2. Still faster than Varga.
He is.
Varga is hitting those consistent 29.7s.
And it just goes to show, I mean, Vetka is 1.7 behind Varga, but he just can't get that 1.5 seconds he needs to try and get past or get onto the back bumper.
I would be so incredibly annoyed. Oh, who's that there? Everard, oh, bit of contact back there.
Oh! Was that with Schmidt, maybe, or was that with Aston?
No, that was with an Aston, I'm pretty sure.
It's a Beach Dean Aston that's just been passed, so it must be some kind of contact.
I have no idea what there. I just saw it happen in the distance, and yeah, no, I didn't really pay attention, so I couldn't say who was at fault or what happened there, but it looked to be a back marker, just maybe potentially coming onto the track at the wrong time or drifted wide.
Yep. George, how you doing over on YouTube? Swabs, is Wiesenberg fighting with understeer in the long corner? Sorry, I've answered that one already. But if you look at the next lap, Wiesenberg has to take a different line through turn 3 to get it rotated. His corner exit looks slow compared to Schmidt. I think he's battling. I don't know if his tyres are gone or the contact that was made has caused some kind of
aerodynamic maybe.
Yeah, just trying to have a look at the front of the Porsche. It doesn't look badly beaten up. It was a gentle kiss, I think, is the best way of describing it. But
there's slight rubbing marks there, which is obviously from the contact earlier. But
wow,
no.
I've just got a view of down the pit, down
Me
the stop.
too. Wow, it's like 3 wide. Vargas straight through the middle. He does not care at all. He is on a mission,
Wow.
and he knows that Vetka's coming.
Yeah, he does absolutely. I mean, Vetka is taking 2/10 out in the last lap. But again, that could be down to Varga getting stuck behind traffic. Wiesenberg really on the back bumper of Schmidt now. This is playing into his hands. Is he going to try and snatch P3 out the jaws of P2?
And he's looking for the inside. Oh no, it was just a slight bit of a sort of play the baby.
Yeah.
You know, and sort of just trying to sell the dummy a bit. Wiesenberg, I think he's just planning his move on Schmidt, you know.
Yeah.
Schmidt is the fastest lap holder. Oh, Schmidt coming out of that chicane, all loosey-goosey. The back end really stepped out on him there, and he did very, very well to catch it. I will tell you that. Wow. I don't know if you saw that there.
Yeah, just looking at it just now. Yeah.
That was a brilliant save.
That was pretty incredible. Again, McLaren doing McLaren things. Some would say Vetka is now under 1 second behind Varga. Varga has got a 296 ahead.
I'm gonna say it. I don't want to curse it, but Vetka.
Wiesenberg is side by side. Wiesenberg takes P3 at the
Oh.
moment. They are side by side going into turn 1. It looks like Wiesenberg is going to take this. Can he keep it in the track limits? He can.
Pretty simple move there, but Schmidt all over his rear end coming into turn 2. It's that right-hander. We know that Wiesenberg had a bit of trouble here. Schmidt's looking for that inside. Schmidt's alongside him, but here we are now. Yet again, it's another right-hander. Schmidt's got that inside. Can Wiesenberg? Around the outside, he goes onto the grass, onto the marbles. And Schmidt takes his position back, but I don't know whether that'll be anything. Oh, Wiesenberg is stuck now between.
Oh, there was actually
Cortini, I think it
contact.
is. There was, yes,
Yeah,
along the outside there. Slight bit of contact. I think he just drifted wide. But as we look a bit further up the field, it's 4/10 between Varga and Vetka. We could have, I don't want to say it, but we could potentially have a last lap battle. 1 minute 30 on the clock. Basically 2 laps.
Yeah.
Two laps. An estimate, a guesstimate of 2 laps remaining.
And Varga, is now catching the 296. He didn't seem to be gaining anything on the 296, but he has now, as he is using every part of that track to his advantage in the legal term. So he is actually on the last lap. This is the last lap of the race. No time left. So I think Vetka has to hope for some catastrophe with the back markers, but as we've seen, Varga has been quite positive when dealing with the back markers as he's looking to go round the outside.
The more he spends behind that back marker, though, Vetka is catching more, and he is looking and he's hungry for the back of that Porsche. It's the last lap now, 30 seconds to go on the clock.
Oh, that Ferrari doesn't know what's in the middle of. It really doesn't.
Oh, no, has no idea.
He doesn't know that he is making or breaking this last
attempt. If I was Vetka, I'd be very annoyed right now.
Yeah, oh no, the Ferrari's lost it. Oh, wow.
So it's Vetka there.
I actually think
there's been no mistakes from Varga, no challenges, just pure dominance. This has been absolutely amazing so far from him. He is looking to win it here.
This is crazy.
The clock struck 0. We're coming down now.
One left.
It's the
one
final
right.
chicane. It's the right. Varga takes the checker flag and wins here once more. It's Varga, starting on the front row, finishing on the front row. He takes the win here today, with Vetke just that close behind. Schmidt is looking to take third position, followed by Wiesenberg and Joshua Wood.
Can I just say Vetka gets demoted to P3 and Schmidt
he does as well.
to P2 by 4/10 of a second. That's painful. Map Corney, take your hat off, sir. P6, what a race.